In front of us stands the Zeekr 9X, the new flagship of the brand, setting a new benchmark among large hybrid SUVs. Its proportions are massive yet perfectly balanced, with a length of 5.23 meters and a wheelbase of over 3.1 meters. The Zeekr 9X looks as if it were carved from a single block of metal, delivering a sense of stability that even some European flagships can envy. The design is built on the contrast between power and elegance, sharp body lines, a vertical front grille that resembles the facade of a modern skyscraper, and narrow LED headlights that give the car a confident, high-tech look. Compared to a Range Rover or BMW X7, the Zeekr 9X feels more futuristic, less chrome, more structure, and stronger horizontal proportions. Beneath this sculpted form lies complex engineering, a hybrid powertrain that combines a 2.0-liter turbocharged engine with multiple electric motors, producing a total output of over 1,300 horsepower. That's supercar performance. In a family-sized SUV, the 70 kilowatt-hour battery pack delivers more than 300 kilometers of electric-only range, while the fuel engine extends the distance far beyond that for long journeys. One of its key features is the dual-chamber air suspension with 48-volt active anti-roll stabilizers, an intelligent system that levels the body in real time, even during sharp maneuvers. The body structure combines aluminum and high-strength steel, ensuring rigidity without unnecessary weight. And although the Zeekr 9X was born in China, its ambitions are global. Its design and technology are already being compared to the Rolls-Royce Cullinan and Range Rover SV, yet its philosophy is different. While others build luxury around tradition, Zeekr builds it around innovation. This is the new language of premium, restrained, precise, and deeply technological. Zeekr 9X, a car that unites power, comfort, and the future in one perfect line. This time, we really managed to borrow a Zeekr 9X from the company, so we rented out an entire test track and also rented a Range Rover for a direct comparison test. We wanted to see whether the Zeekr 9X's chassis is really as impressive as the engineers claim, and how it performs compared to a traditional luxury SUV like the Range Rover. To keep the test fair, we set both cars to comfort mode, and the tire pressures were kept at factory settings. First up was the body roll test in a corner. We fixed 3 balloons at the top of each wheel arch, leaving only a few centimeters between the balloons and the tire. If the car rolls too much in the corner, the balloons would be popped by the tire. So without further ado, let's see how our 2 contenders perform. The first one to go is the Range Rover. It accelerates past 50 kilometers per hour, and once it reaches speed, we steer into the corner. From the front view, the Range Rover clearly has noticeable body roll. The balloons inside the wheel arch were popped instantly the moment it entered the turn. Unfortunately, the Range Rover did not pass the test. Next up is the Zeekr 9S. Will it do any better? We accelerate to 50 kilometers per hour and turn in. You can see that right at the initial turn-in, the Zeekr 9S also starts to roll slightly, and the balloons get very close to the tire. But this only happens for a moment. At that point, the buff active stabilizing system increases stiffness immediately, pulling the body back and keeping it firmly planted. The body posture remains very stable, and the tires never get close to the balloons. Let's watch a split-screen comparison. The Zeekr 9S clearly has much less body roll compared to the Range Rover. Using the level gauge inside the cabin, we can see that the Range Rover's roll angle is almost twice that of the 9S. To show the difference more intuitively, we also did a long rod test. We attached a long rod to the body of each car, with the far end only 8 centimeters above the ground. If the body rolls too much, the rod will scrape the ground and produce sparks. So we begin the test. Right when the Range Rover enters the corner, the long rod already touches the ground, and the spark stick at the end keeps throwing out sparks. In the middle of the corner, the spark stick at the end of the rod is even scraped off completely. The result is worse than I expected. This made me quite nervous for the 9S. I wondered if 8 centimeters was too extreme for a full-size SUV. Now we start the test for the Zeekr 9S. Accelerate, turn in. This time, the buff active stabilizing system engages even faster. The spark stick at the end of the rod never touches the ground. Even at the moment of maximum body roll, there's still about 3 to 4 centimeters of clearance. Looking at the cornering posture, the 9S seems to glide through the turn effortlessly, almost like the corner wasn't even there. It's unbelievable. When it comes to off-road capability, the Zeekr 9X has also changed many people's preconceived notions about new energy vehicles. It successfully crossed the Keria Ancient Trail, the longest and most treacherous of the 3 ancient routes connecting Xinjiang and Tibet. In the past, only hardcore off-roaders like the Land Cruiser or Wrangler dared to challenge it. With the strength of its Hauhan AI digital chassis system, The Zeekr 9X conquered this route even under extreme conditions: high altitude, large temperature fluctuations, and extremely thin oxygen levels. Turning mechanical hardware into a system capable of making real-time decisions in the new energy era, this is a clear direction forward, and Zeekr has consistently been ahead. From the very first Zeekr 001 to the breakthrough in hybrid technology with the Zeekr 9X, from the original gaming-grade vehicle experience to the Hauhan platform, and now to the actively adaptive Hauhan AI digital chassis, Zeekr has invested tens of billions, not to chase cold performance numbers on a sheet, nor just to leave tire tracks in a deserted wilderness. It is to say, you may not understand intelligent technology, but traditional luxury? We handle it with ease.